Hello everyone and welcome to my video. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Xbox One Elite Wireless Controller and trying to answer the question, is it really worth $119.99? Okay, so this is the Xbox One Elite Wireless Controller here on the right, currently retailing in the UK at £119.99. So on the top left you can see my Day 1 edition controller. That one is broke, so I've had to replace it with this, I believe it's called the Arctic White standard control pad. And as a spare, which is what I needed, I decided to invest in the Elite Wireless Controller. Now I actually managed to get a deal on this from Argos, where I paid £99.99 with a game, and it was 4 top titles. I believe it was Gears of War 4, Forza Horizon 2, Dead Rising 4, or Halo 5, I believe it was. So all top games, all worth at least £40. So really, if you look at it, I'm getting the controller for around £60–70. So comparing it to, or go for this, which is the current generation of the control pad, it does have the 3.5mm jack, and I mean, for me personally, this is a good controller. This does what you need to do. If you're not an elite gamer, if you don't worry too much about your online gaming, this does the job for you. Okay, and onto the Elite controller. This is everything out of the box as it comes. Now I have had this controller for about 2 months now, just so I could give it a try before I reviewed it, and I've got to say, honestly, I do like it. So far I'm not convinced it's worth the price tag of what they're asking from Microsoft. I managed to get a good deal on it, so I'm quite pleased with the price I paid on this. You can feel a difference in the quality compared to the other standard controllers. The thumbsticks just feel snappier, sharper, much more precise, and just the build quality feels fantastic. All of the pieces that come with it are metal, as opposed to the plastic on the standard controller. They've even gone to the extent that on the D-pad here that pulls away, it has a tiny little lip on all of the edges, just so you can get your fingernail under just to pull that off when you want to, and switch it over to the satellite pad. Now I have found that the satellite pad doesn't really sit in the box as well as the other pieces. If you're moving about, that does tend to fall out of there. So I don't think that's been designed to carry that. I think it has been designed with the D-pad in mind. But the satellite controller, I haven't found this as useful as the D-pad, so I'm tending to find that I stick to the D-pad overall. The good thing is you've got the 2 options here. I don't know if you can see that. Here to program 2 customized settings which relate to any configuration you want these buttons to do. You can completely remap them using an app on the Xbox. As I've been going through, I've been building up more and more customizations, and I am switching them on the fly. So I've always got 2. At the moment I'm playing Battlefield 1 and Tom Clancy's The Division, so I've got those 2 programmed into it, and for both of them I've customized the paddles on the back here. The paddles on the back do just pop off really easily, so you don't have to have them all on at the same time. I've got fairly small fingers, so it doesn't work for me to have these long ones in all the time when I'm not using them, because I'm often finding that I tap them when I'm not using them. But you can flip them, which is quite nice. So if you do want a flappy paddle gearbox on Forza or something like that, you can make that with this, so you customise your driving level, take your game to the next level. Something I was quite excited about is these hair trigger locks. So you've got these 2 switches on either side for both the triggers. When they're down, the trigger only needs half a press to completely press the trigger, and that's one without it on. You can see it goes all the way down. This one locks it off halfway, so you'll get your shots off quicker, upping your game. Now, something that I have found that I haven't seen on any other videos mentioned is this green button on the top. Now we all recognise that from the other controllers as the button to sync it to your Xbox. But this actually, if you double press this, it deactivates the paddles on the back, so you can't accidentally press them. If you set the control pad down and you've got those long paddles on the back there, you can activate some of your buttons. I mean, I use my control pad to activate my TV, and I've often set it down with that on there. But I found that double tapping that green button on the top, you'll get 4 vibrates on the control pad, and that means you've deactivated the paddles. Double tap it again, you'll get a single vibrate, and that reactivates them. Alternatively, when you can turn the console off, next time you turn it back on, those paddles will be reactivated. So anything else that's different, really, you've got a bit more of this rubberized grip on the handle of the control pad, which was on the back of the Arctic White controller. You can see there's a bit of it there, but it doesn't go around quite as far, so it does give you a little bit better grip. Other than that, it's still got the 3.5mm jack, which is on the standard controller now. You've got much more responsive, much more active thumbsticks. You've got a better build quality overall. Okay, so onto the accessories that come with the control pad. Here you get the carry case, which is slightly toughened, sort of like your soft carry cases that you get for travelling. It's got a net here, which I believe is for the charging cable, which is a very long braided charging cable, so that's good. You don't get the play and charge kit with it, you just get the cable. I already had one in there, so that's fine for me, but I do recommend getting a play and charge kit if you don't already have one. Saves you a fortune in batteries. Then onto the thumbsticks, you get 2 of these domed thumbsticks, which are sort of a medium length compared to the standard one that comes with all the controllers there. So you can just see the difference there in the medium and the regular length. And then you do get a longer concave thumbstick, which is much longer than the regular, and that I think will be quite good for flight sims, for fighting games. I think if you wanted to go for a bit of the old retro kind of arcade feel, both of these do feel great. As I said earlier, I've got short fingers, so the long one hasn't been for me yet, but I know there's quite a few fighting games coming out this year, so hopefully I'll get a go on those and they'll be brilliant for that. Now this carry case, I think, is where Microsoft has spent a bit of that extra money, which is why they're asking that premium price. I think they've tried to justify it by all of these accessories. Unfortunately, they've given you a custom designed case specifically for your control pad, but you've got this random insert of foam. Now, when you've got a custom made case, I don't understand why you would have the need for something like that. You get a slight void under the control pad when you don't have it. Now if this was custom made, I don't see why they wouldn't address that and why that would be needed. So I mean, the controller sits in there perfectly fine without that. I don't know, maybe it was just to protect it in travel and you are meant to dispose of it when you've got it, but it does seem odd to me. Other than that, you know, you've got a premium quality box as opposed to the standard box that you get with any other control pad. Again, I think this is just Microsoft just trying to justify and pad out why you're paying such a premium price for this control pad. Don't get me wrong, it is good, but I just don't think it's worth $119.99. So, all in all, I think it's a great little control pad. It's not going to make you a great gamer, but it may just give you that extra edge in certain games. If you're a good gamer, this will definitely up your game. If you're not, will you see much benefit? I don't know. I don't think you will, unless you really make use of that customization of these paddles on the back here, and just use those for those quick actions you get in games, for those hard to reach buttons that you can't quite reach to when you've got a trigger depressed and you need to press the shoulder button. It's ideal for that, I've found. Quick actions in games like The Division and Battlefield 1, I've programmed all to these back pedals, and it just gets me to all of those functions better and faster. So all in all, great control pad. If you're good at your gaming, highly recommend it. If you're okay at gaming, check it out, give it a try. Hopefully you found that useful and it's given you a bit of information as to whether you're going to buy this controller, whether you think it's worth the price or not. If you've liked the video, please give a like down below and subscribe, because I'll be doing more videos of this nature in the future, and all things gadget, geeks and game related. Thanks guys, and I'll catch you soon.